Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Cricket Country's live cricket analysis of the second session's play on day three of the first test between India and New Zealand, which is being played at Kanpur. It is advantage India as of now. The hosts have really bounced back in the game in a very impressive manner. They bowled out New Zealand for 262 runs. India took a lead of 56 runs, which has proved to be extremely crucial because India have added 50 more runs in the second session by the end of the second session, which means their overall lead is of 108 runs. Given the way New Zealand struggled with the bat against Indian spinners in the on the third day morning, we'll have to see how many runs India will go on to add in their overall total and make New Zealand bat again. With me here is Swajit and Devasit here. We'll discuss a little bit about how the second session panned out and how India have truly gained control in this test. So,
Yeah, excellent bowling from Ravindra Jadeja. Even Ashwin was brilliant, and they bowled in the right areas. And then the New Zealand batsmen were absolutely clueless. They did not know that the footwork was. Except for BJ Watling, all of the other batsmen, they were so unsure about the footwork, and it was a perfect session for India. Only the bit India lost the wicket of KL Rahul just before the tee, and he was batting very well.
yes.
But yeah, having said so, I don't think it will be easy for the Indian batsmen as well as the match progresses, because the New Zealand spinners have also bowled well, and it was just Rahul who was making batting look very easy out there.
Correct.
So yeah,
Yeah, Rahul did he did make the batting look very easy, but he was very aggressive in his approach. Rahul was dismissed for 38 runs off 50 balls. He played a lot of aggressive strokes. There are a couple of reverse sweeps, as well as there was one uppercut against Neil Wagner as well. The New Zealand bowler was running on the danger area, and he might get some warning from the umpires if he continues to do that. But we are not getting into that. We'll get into the kind of approach which India's second opener Murali Vijay has had in his second innings so far in this test. There were a couple of occasions when Vijay got beaten of very good balls, but then he did try to go for some strokes which he should have avoided. Or do you think that?
uh, yeah, probably. Vijay is known for his patience and his temperament, especially, and KL Rahul. The way he was batting, the runs were coming good. So, Vijay could have played his national game, and it will be very important, because in the last innings also we saw Vijay getting a good start, scoring in the 60s, and then getting out. So Vijay should look to hold one end up, because there is a lot of time in the test.
Correct.
Provided the weather does not play any further spoil sport. So, we are not exactly aware of what's the situation with the weather over there, but otherwise there is a lot of time remaining in the test. So I think Vijay should look to bat more patiently, and yes, that should be the approach.
Okay, India's current lead is of 108 runs, their overall lead, which means India will be looking somewhere close to around, we can say, 300, 350 runs to make New Zealand back again. Basically to out to bat New Zealand from this test. That will be their strategy. But going back to what has happened in the day so far, India bowled New Zealand out for 262 after the tourists resumed their first innings at 152 runs for one wicket. Means another 110 more runs and 110 runs and 9 wickets, all because of Ravindra Jadeja. He bowled very well today.
He bowled very well today, but then again, the umpiring decisions also, like, there were three such decisions which could have gone the New Zealand way as well. So
Correct.
I don't think New Zealand will be very happy with that, and that again brings back to the debate of having DRS in place or not. So what do you think? Do you think DRS should be there in the matches in India?
Uh, if you have to ask me personally, I'll rather stick with the BCCI if they are not very happy with the entire technology, the overall the package. Then there should be some ways to make the cricket board and the cricketers, most importantly, to make them realize that this is something which is for their own good. Umpiring errors are at the end of the day human errors, and we all make them. So we will have to get the technology. If the technology is there, it is for the advancement, it is for ruling out all the kind of errors which the humans can make. But if the technology is not trustworthy, if the cricketers are not sure of what they are going to use or what they are using, we cannot have it as of now. But DRS is yes. I mean, if we can have different use of technologies like referring to the third umpire when the on-field umpires are not very sure about the overstepping or probably a catch which has been taken cleanly or not. If the technology is being looked into, I mean, if they are asking for a technological intervention, we can definitely have it. I mean, it is all. We are nobody to comment on that. I mean, let's cricketers let the cricketers have their say on it.
Yeah, but don't you think it? I mean, what I feel is that it should be standardized everywhere. You either use it or you don't use it. It makes I mean, cricket as a game, it has so many rules, so many laws, and it further makes the game more complicated. Some places using it, some places not using it, and again, like the use of technology, if it can, I mean, it has been proved that the use of technology has already, the number of correct decisions made, the percentage has gone up. So I feel that whatever decision they take, like you said, I completely agree with it. That referring to third umpires
Correct.
is
See, as far as technology in the game is concerned, and if you're asking for DRS to be there in all test matches in all countries, that is not the rule. The rule says, I mean, if you want to have DRS, the host cricket board, the two countries who are playing, the national cricket boards will have to bear all the expenses of having that kind of technology. Now, we all know that there are cricket boards such as Zimbabwe who are under severe financial crisis, so they may not be able to afford all the facets of DRS which are there in the place. Somebody like India will be definitely able to do that. There is one way which you can through which you can sort out this entire issue is by creating a central revenue pool where, I mean, you pull in the money from all the member boards, and then ICC, basically the ICC pool gets in the money from all the member board, and what they can do is this: they can distribute between the boards to all the members so that they can have the technology in place. But for that, they will have to agree to use the technology as well. BCCI as far as what we know, Virat Kohli, all the young cricketers that are playing Test cricket for India right now, and even the BCCI, they're not completely against the DRS system. They're not against the technology. They just do not want the technology to create any kind of doubt which may occur. That is exactly what Sachin Tendulkar had said earlier. That is exactly what MS Dhoni's problem was, and this is why BCCI has continued to oppose. I think the whole issue is around the ball tracking technology. Unfortunately, we have not seen the ball tracking technology in this test so far, because there were a few dicey decisions which happened, which were made when New Zealand were batting earlier in the day. But that still does not take away from
yeah,
what
nothing.
Ravindra Jadeja did with the ball today.
Exactly. We have a few questions coming up. Vishal Prasad and Atishay, they have basically asked, what score will be sufficient for Team India to win the first test?
Um, if you follow the social media, and if you follow some of the cricket journalists and some of the media personalities who are there, some people were asking India to actually declare their first innings when India had just crossed 200. But I will not say that. I'll say let India bat. There is a lot of time left in the game. We are only past the second session of the third day. We have 2 full days of cricket left. The pitch has started to deteriorate. It has started to assist the spin bowlers a lot more. India can continue batting till the time they have close to 350 runs on the board as overall lead, and then they can unleash their spinners. Is what I'll say will be a safe approach for India, because we saw how New Zealand top order batted in particular. Kane Williamson was excellent. So was Tom Latham, and even Martin Guptill. When for whatever time he was there at the crease, his approach was very aggressive. Now, if somebody like Guptill comes to the crease, he is one man who knows he is under pressure. He has not got a lot of runs in Test cricket. What if he starts attacking right from the ball first, and he knocks off 60, 70, or probably 100 runs off the target? Then you are again back in the pressure, back in being in the pressure. So
There's always a safe approach.
exactly, get to a
There's always
safe target. Get to a safe target because there is a lot of time left in the test.
Okay, so I think that is it. So, uh,
What we have is we'll be beginning with the third session very very soon. India lead by 108 runs. KL Rahul, he was out. at the stroke of the tee, he tried to late cut a ball of each, so he was caught by Ross Taylor on the at the first slip. Cheteshwar Pujara will be coming out to bat with Murali Vijay. These two batsmen had a very good century stand for India in the first innings, and this is what India will expect. Not to lose any more wicket in the second in the final session, and
this session will be very crucial.
Exactly, this session will be very crucial from India's perspective. For New Zealand, they will have to do two things. They will not only have to take a lot of wickets in heat, but they will also have to cut down on scoring. What we saw in the second session so far, I mean, when India were batting, far too many boundaries were leaked. I mean, there was a batsman who played an uppercut. So New Zealand will have to be careful about that. But as of now, it is advantage India. This is all we have for today. Stay tuned. Keep following cricketcountry.com. We are doing a live blog as well, and we are doing a live blog in Hindi language as well. We'll be back with our analysis after the end of the day's play. We expect it to go on a little more because we lost an entire session yesterday because of rains. Till then, goodbye.